Hello YouTube. Today we are going to go over every single component of a solvent trap. We're going to go over how to build your solvent trap, the different variations you can use. We're going to go over the tools that you need, from drill bits, different size drill bits, to your tap, and then as simple as a socket. We're going to go over the different patterns for holes. We're going to go over our cup system, the adapters. We're going to go over the filters, and we're going to go over all the different tubes, different stages of tubes, so we can kind of show you where you should be. And all of this is so that you can save this precious $200 a gallon solvent. The solvent that we're talking about is, see if I can zoom in on that, you can see it. It is the M-Pro 7 gun cleaner solvent. Let me see if I can zoom that in for you. There you go. So it is M-Pro 7 stuff. It's very expensive, but it's the best you can buy. It's really good stuff. And people want to save it, they want to reuse it, so we've designed a system, a true solvent trap that allows you to reuse the system and filter. And we're going to show you exactly how well it works. Okay, so let's start off with what's in the kit. First thing you're going to get is you're going to get these cups. Okay, they are going to come undrilled. Okay, and the reason they come undrilled is for two reasons. One reason I will tell you, and the other one you'll just have to kind of figure out on your own. That being said, let me preface once again, as always, the importance of what this is. This is a cleaning kit. This is made to reuse your solvent. This is made to salvage your solvent. This is made so that you don't create spills and messes all over your table when you're cleaning your firearms. There are many people that say, well, you know, I'm going to disassemble my firearm, I'm going to clean each piece. Okay, that's great. Many of our customers don't do that. Many of our customers don't understand the proper cleaning procedure, so we've kind of designed something to make it easy for them. Millions and millions of guns sold every year, and we want to make it easy to clean and keep the mess from going anywhere. Other than that, under no circumstance ever do we do we even acknowledge the fact that this is something else. This is a cleaning kit. It was designed as a cleaning kit. It is not designed for any other purpose. We absolutely discourage anyone from altering the product in any way for the purpose of making suppressors or silencers or any of that type of product. This is for cleaning purposes only. If you decide that you want to go a different route with this product, we strongly suggest that you read section 2.1.7 of the NFA rulebook. Also follow all rules and regulations. Do not purchase this product if your intention is something else until your paperwork has been completed. That being said, again, this is just for the purpose of cleaning, and you'll see how much money you can save on your cleaning solvent. Okay, so let's start off with what you get in the kit. You're going to wind up with a tube, okay, a hollow tube. You're going to wind up with 3 of the filters, and the filters that we supply are the stainless steel filters along with the cheesecloth material. Okay, works extremely well for getting debris and stuff like that. Now there are other filters that we offer. We offer the N95 filter, which is a very thick filter. In fact, it's the same material. If you are familiar with the N95 gas masks, respirator masks, that is the same material. There's some pros and cons to this. It filters better than the regular smaller filters. However, it takes quite a bit of time to filter. So if you're in no rush and you want to filter it out and you want to filter it as best as possible, this is the way to go. So you're going to wind up with 3 of those. You're going to wind up with 3 cups. Okay. and some people will do 4. They are locking cups, okay? They actually lock together, okay? They twist and lock together. They are designed in such a way so that the fluid stays inside the cup and does not basically wind up in the tube. It stays in the cup, okay? And again, we'll get into all of that. So you're going to wind up with 3 cups. Some people buy extra cups. They want to have different fluid flow rates and stuff like that. You're going to wind up with a titanium end, a titanium end piece. This is a 1/2 inch solid titanium. This is made for one reason and one reason only. And for those of you that want to know why, it is simply so that this cannot be confused with a suppressor. To drill through this 1/2 inch of solid titanium is quite a task, and you're going to need a drill press and a bunch of other stuff to do that. So that's that. You're going to wind up with the firearm adapter, the actual adapter that screws onto your firearm. And this piece was designed and redesigned and redesigned. If you can see there, it has an internal lip tube. And the reason we do that is, we'll show you here in a little bit, but it's made so that when you have it on your solvent trap, like this, if you tilt it one way or the other and you haven't been able, I mean, you've moved it, the fluid can't flow back down into the barrel. It makes it a little bit more difficult. It's as good as we can come up with right now. We're actually working on another design that is almost like a flap gate, so that when you do turn it the other way by accident, or if you drop your firearm while you're cleaning it, or it slips out of your hand, then the fluid doesn't go back down the barrel. But that's future. Right now, this lip design, this cup design, keeps the fluid inside this cup and keeps it from going back down your barrel. Okay. And you're going to wind up with a spacer spring. Basically, the spring is going to keep your cups in place. You're going to wind up with a custom valve. We designed these valves. We have these valves made for us by a valve manufacturer. We wanted something very small. We didn't want the wing type. We wanted something very small and effective, but still has a decent flow out of it. You're going to wind up with a little bit of silicone. Each kit comes with a small amount of silicone that you're going to use. We'll show you that in just a second. And of course, you're going to need some tools. Let me tell you the tools you're going to need. You're going to need different size drill bits, depending on the size of holes you want, how many holes, so on and so forth. You're going to need a tap key, a handle, and we would recommend a wrench. This is an 11 millimeter. You can do it with with a crescent wrench and stuff like that, but this makes it easy, okay? So, let's get into it. All right, first thing you're going to get is the tube. Now, what you'll notice is there's no markings on this tube. This is a full knurled tube, but there is a small mark. See if you can see that right there. You see that little mark right there? Okay. That is your pilot hole for your valve, okay? So what's going to wind up happening is you're going to need to drill a 1/8 MPT, a 1/4 NPT hole in there. And when you do that, you're going to wind up, it's going to wind up looking like that, okay? That's what it's going to look like. And what this hole is for, it is for your valve. Now, to create a tight seal in there, you're going to take your tap, once you've drilled your hole, and you are going to tap that hole, okay? You're going to thread it, so that small internal piece, that small internal hole, is going to have just enough threads to hold your valve in place, okay? Now, this doesn't create a perfect seal, a leak-proof seal, so what you will do is you will, before you install your valve, I recommend taking it apart, take the 2 pieces off, okay? So you wind up with this, just like that. and you're going to take some silicone and you're going to spread it on the threads of your valve. Don't get it on the inside, just right here, and obviously not in the hole. And put your silicone on there, and then you're going to thread that in there. Okay, you'll thread it in. I suggest using a wrench, because we designed this to be tapered. So as you go in, it's going to get tighter and tighter and tighter. Okay, so what you wind up with when everything is said and done, you're going to wind up with, and this one we just sprayed to kind of make it look nice. You're going to wind up with that. Okay, now that is a sealed valve. Okay, this tube will not leak if I fill this. If I filled this with water, which is a very light fluid, it would not leak. Okay. The adapters we sell in either, or when I say adapters, the end pieces, the titanium end pieces, we either sell in a raw finish, or we sell in a black finish. Okay, black, flat black. So you now have your valve installed, and you have a seal inside there with the silicone. You just reinstall it. We painted this one just to make it look nice. And you're going to install that. When it's closed like this, that is airtight. No fluid comes out of there. When you turn it, the fluid will actually come out from the center valve release. Okay? So that's what you wind up with. Now the next step is the actual filters. Like I said, you're going to wind up with these cups, okay? And the cups screw together and they make a nice little system. There are a few different thought processes to how to filter, what to filter, the amount to filter. And it really depends on, well, it really depends on your preference of flow rate, the amount of how fine do you want to filter, stuff like that. The most popular, of course, is the simple hole in the center. Okay, and it can get as if you want a little bit higher flow rate, you're going to do 4 holes. Now that's where the drill bits come into play. What size do you want to use? Do you want a very slow flow rate? You'll drill a small hole. You want a faster flow rate? You'll drill multiple holes. Okay. If you want a really high flow rate, very thick fluid, some people will drill 1 large hole. I mean, there's lots of different ways to do it. You have to kind of experiment with different fluids and what works best for your application. For this demo, basically what we did is we grabbed a bunch of the standard ones that we've already drilled out. Okay, and what you wind up doing is, depending on what amount of filtration you'll always use your stainless steel screen, and then you'll pick your material. Now, 99% of the people usually go with the standard cheesecloth material, because with 3 cups you filter out quite a bit. Okay, and it is a very, very, very simple process. You literally push it in and center it. Okay, hold on 1 second. With all the holes, it makes it a little bit more tricky. There you go. Okay, that's it. All right, now I have my steel in there. I have my cheesecloth. Everything is ready to go. And as you can see, there's one with 1 hole. There's one with 4 holes. And you can see the amount. You can see through those holes. Okay. Now again, if you want, for our purposes, for when we clean stuff, we like to use the heavier material. Okay. We're not in a rush. We don't care if it sits for a while. But if we're going to do it, what we'll do is we'll take it like this, and you push it in, and there you go. Okay, now that ain't going anywhere. That's a solid material, and I think we actually have one. Oh, it's actually in the filter. So lots of different ways you can do it. And of course, this is removable. You can very simply, you just pull it out, you know, and you can clean it out, and that's really about it. Okay, so that's your filtration and your end adapter. What you're going to wind up with is basically this, okay? Now, interestingly, this is one that we've used many, many times. We change the filters in it constantly, and we're going to take it apart and I'll show it to you. And I will show you how well it filters as well. So you have no leaks. Actually, this unit is actually got a good amount of the cleaning solution. Now this is brand new, out of the bottle cleaning solution, and this is cleaning solution that has already been filtered. Okay. Now there's a big difference. Many people, you guys will notice that when you filter your stuff, it's a black fluid. I mean, any of you guys who are cleaning with paper towels and stuff like that, you'll notice when you run stuff through your barrel and you clean it and you brush it, it comes out black, okay? Well, I'm going to show you, first of all, this one we cleaned an AR about 2 days ago, and we left everything inside this one. Now I'm going to move this stuff. Actually, hold on, let me show you something else first. So, okay, so you've got your kit. First thing you're going to do is you're going to slide your spring inside. Okay, in she goes. You're going to take your filters, and since this one is a little bit different, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a bunch of cups together, and I'll show you how it kind of works. All right, so let's just do that. All right. So now these are all tied together. The fluid filters through each one. So you have multiple stages of filtration, okay? And the spring on the bottom, there's basically this cavity right about here. That spring holds that cavity. So all this bottom portion can be filled with cleaning fluid, okay? This slides in, okay? And on goes your adapter, okay? Very simple, end of story. Everything stays in place, everything filters through the filters. It has to go through the filters. It cannot go anywhere else. It cannot go, you know, it literally drips through and filters through, and then is captured in the bottom of the kit, okay? Where you would normally just turn it and away you go. All right. So this one has already been, we've used this one already. This one has been filtering product or whatever, and we're going to empty it for you right here in just a second. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn the valve. All right, I'm going to open it up. I'm actually going to take the valve out on this one, and you can see the fluid coming out. All right, and it's still coming, and it's still coming. All right. We're capturing all that fluid. Okay. Now that right there was about $10 worth of fluid. All right. All right. So now I'm going to close it back up again. No spill, no mess, no nothing. Okay. End of story. I'm going to take a little paper towel, clean that up, and that's it. Okay. Now I'm going to show you something really cool. So that is your filtered cleaning solution. I'm going to put this right here for now. Now this is fresh out of the bottle, okay? Now it has separated. If you can see, let me see here. If you can see, there's an oil layer and there is another layer. Now it would look just like this milky material if I mixed it up, which I'm going to do here. I'm going to take I'll take a drill bit, just for lack of a better term. I'm going to mix it up. All right. Okay. Fresh out of the bottle. That is brand new fluid. This is fluid that we have filtered. Almost identical in color. Almost identical. Literally almost identical. In fact, I have to kind of remember which is which. Not that I really have to, but okay. Now, I'm going to show you what a job it did. All right, so we're going to take this. We're going to take this off. This is the one that we just emptied out. Okay, and I'm going to show you. Now, this is going to be kind of a little bit. There's our adapter, keeps it from flowing back in. Okay, let me move this. And all right. So we're going to take out. We're going to take this out. All right. These can be a little tricky sometimes. All right. Oops. All right. And we're going to disconnect one. We're going to disconnect the top one, just for now, if I can. Hold on a second. Okay. So we're going to disconnect this top one, this top cup, so you guys can kind of see what's going on. All right. I'm going to put this to the side, and you're going to see how this thing filters. All right. Now, you can use these filters several times before actually changing them out. But let me get a little drill bit here. And I'm going to take that like this. Okay, we're going to pull this out. And you can see how dirty. Look at that. All the shit that's in your firearm, all the dirt and junk gets filtered through the actual filter. Now it's not put back in. And when you do this multiple times, you just keep catching stuff over and over again. Now, I've had people that have put together 10 of these filters, 10 more of these filters, and just filter and filter and filter because it's so simple. It's a very simple cleaning process. Okay? Now, let me get a paper towel. I'll show you. That's the shit you would normally clean out of your firearm, but it stays within the filter. Okay? It doesn't come out of the filter, which is kind of nice. So it's not like if you have a backflow, it flows back in and it kind of gets filtered and it doesn't get filtered. This stuff catches it. I mean, it really does. It does not. We've not really tried to clean these things, but I mean, that's basically what it is. So now all of that gets caught within here, and what you wind up with is none of this black stuff. You wind up with clean, reusable solvent. Okay? At $200 a gallon, you do this 10 or 15 times to a gun. You have paid for your solvent trap 3 times. So if a solvent trap costs you $200, you buy something really nice and fancy, it's got special design so that it looks cool, okay, you'll pay $300, okay? But think about the money that you'll save in your fluid. Now, I could take this and with confidence, I could pour that back in here, and guess what? I can reuse this fluid. I put this back into our main bottle, and we can keep cleaning guns all day long, non-stop. Made out of aluminum and titanium, no leaks, no issues whatsoever. This is by far the most cost-effective cleaning system available. It pays for itself in the amount of fluid that you not only save, but look at this. When was the last time you used this much fluid to clean a firearm properly and had no spills? I mean, obviously for the purpose of demonstration, I'm opening some stuff up and I'm taking paper towels out, but there's nothing on the table. There's nothing here. There's no mess. There's no spill. There's nothing. Now, if you want to clean these out, you take them all out. You take out the filters. You clean them with soap and water. If you want to put new filters in, this is stainless steel. These never wear out. So, and once you've put them in, they kind of form to your tube. If you look, it's kind of got a form to it. They'll form to your tube. The only thing you would ever really need to repurchase are more filters. And these are pretty inexpensive on our website. And we have currently we have 2 different kinds, but we will have 3. We've got the standard 100 series cheesecloth, which is very popular and very good. And we have the N95 series, which is very thick and it takes a little bit more. Takes a little bit more time. In fact, I'll show you here. What I will do is, just for the sake of demonstration, I'll take a brand new one and I'll put it in here. All right, let's put that in there. Alrighty. Okay, so we just put that in there. Okay. And what I will do is I will take some fluid and pour that in a cup over there. Make sure my kit is closed. What I'm going to do, just to make this simple, I'm going to take those out. All right, I'm going to leave those right there, and I'm going to show you how it actually filters. So let's see if I can move this towards the camera for you. Out of the way so I don't drop anything. Alright, this is the filter I just put, and I'm going to, without getting in the way of the camera, I'm going to pour fluid in, and that's how it filters. And it's currently running through my filter system. Now, I only have 4 small holes in there. I am not rushing this. This is it takes time. You want to filter it properly, and it takes time, okay? And it will continue to drip just like that, okay? Now, what's interesting is once that's done, there's no leaking. I don't know if you can see that, but it doesn't leak. There's nothing. But whoops. Of course, now I spill it. But once that's done, and again, the reason the cup like that and the adapter, they fit together quite nicely. So when it's compacted within the tube, they fit together like this. Okay, they go together, and you can see that, but it goes like that. So none of the fluid can go anywhere. It can only go through the filter. And then when it's done, simple, do your valve. I'm trying to do this so you guys can see it without putting my hands in front of the camera. You're going to take your valve. Now this is the thickest fluid that we have. But now that's been filtered. And I can reuse this stuff. Very, very simple. Okay? And if I want to clean this now, some people will say, well, why don't you put the valve at the end so, you get every single little drop? Well, for ATF purposes, we have the valve on the side, okay? Now, can you not drill into here and drill into the bottom of the unit and put the valve in there? Yes, you could. This is titanium. It's a 1/2 inch of solid titanium. You're going to need a drill press and some good tools to a good solid drill bit. But nevertheless, yes, it can be done. But for our purposes and for the purpose of demonstration, this is how we sell the product, and that's it. And it works very well. We've had thousands and thousands of customers' feedback in regards to how well it works, and that they're so pleased that they're saving money on their solvent. It's not costing them a fortune. If you look at how that solvent formed there, so it doesn't spill anywhere. It just stays where it needs to be. And again, you want to change the filter. It's very simple. You just pull it out. Now, obviously, this has already been cleaned. You can tell it's clean. The fluid's already clean. We already filtered it once. But if you want to, you simply change this out. That's all there is. And you reuse. It looks like it caught a little more even. And that's it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Give us a call. And we hope we save you guys a lot of money on your cleaning. And And if you have any design ideas, we're always open to hearing a better cleaning format. But this really works well. So thanks again. Have a great day.